So the Dolphins are expected or are going to move on from Kyle Van Noy. Haven't officially released him yet. There's still the option of if he wants to restructure, but he's not. He said he's not restructuring. So they're trying to either find a trade for him or they're going to release him in the next few days. I I don't think anyone saw this coming. This is pretty out of nowhere, and it's kind of I don't know. I really still don't know how to feel about it. I mean, his play was up and down. Um, he was important in the locker room, obviously, as a leader, as a guy that was a captain for every game. I think he was the only guy that was a captain for every game. So that tells you a lot about him in the locker room. And now this move saves about 10 million. Opens up about $10 million in cap space, which signifies that Dolphins are probably going to be aggressive in free agency, which is a good thing as long as they get the right guys. So we'll see if they do that. Um, I don't really know what to think because I don't know what they're going to do with that money. I don't know the guys that they're going to sign. So I don't know what to think about it yet. I mean, in terms of just the Kyle Van Noy himself, it's just wild. It's just really wild. And he came out, he released a statement saying he was disappointed in the team, which is I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that. That's like multiple guys that have questioned, or not multiple, yeah, not multiple guys, but he's come out and said that right against the team. Um, Ryan Fitzpatrick obviously had his whole thing when he was benched about how he was disappointed in the team. I don't know. I don't know why so many guys were disappointed in the team. I mean, it's only those two guys. It's not really so many guys. This now that's an exaggeration, honestly. It's just I just don't know what to think. You know what I mean? I still believe in the team. Obviously, I'm assuming they know why they made the move. They know who they want to target in free agency. I don't, so I can't provide like actual reasoning for the move other than they wanted to free up cap space. So he was a cap casualty this offseason, essentially, is what it was. And yeah, there's not much more to it, I guess. I guess we just have to find out who the team wants to sign with that money. And maybe now they draft a linebacker, Jeremiah Okuzu or JOK. Okuru Kuasu. I'm not sure. I forget the last name sometimes. But JOK, the linebacker, maybe at 18. Well, what I will say though, I don't want to draft a defensive player with our first pick. We can first pick has to either be Penei Sewell or Rashawn Slater if they prefer Rashawn Slater. Either Penei Sewell or Rashawn Slater or one of the receivers. That has to be our first pick, in my opinion. Otherwise, it would be very disappointing. At 18, yeah, you can take a guy like JOK or Micah Parsons. Has been falling down draft boards because of character concerns. Now that also sort of makes me want to stay away because I'm not too sure about that. And I really like JOK. He's what 6'4", 260, and can fly around the field. So I think he's going to be a very good player. So if he's there at 18 and the Dolphins want a guy like that, say they, depending on what they do in free agency, obviously do they send receivers? What positions do they address in free agency? Maybe they address linebacker in free agency, Hassan Reddick, Levante David, one of those guys, to replace Kyle Van Noy. So I guess we'll see, but I really don't know. I mean, 10 million freed up is good. It helps with if the Dolphins do plan on being aggressive in free agency. If they don't, then I don't know. It's just kind of a random move that doesn't make much sense if they don't plan on spending that money. Because then you're just getting rid of a guy that was a leader in the locker room for money that you're not spending. But I'm assuming they're going to spend that money on in a good way. At least I'm hoping for it, which is all I can do, really. Which is all any of us can do, except unless you're, Brian Flores or Chris Greer, one of the higher ups in the organization. So, anyways, that's my take on it. We cut or are expected to release Kyle Van Noy 1 year into a 4 year, $51 million deal. And I do want to say, you have to give Chris Greer, and I've seen some people say this. I've also seen some people disagree, but I do think you have to give Chris Greer credit for structuring the contract the way that he did, that he'd have an out after 1 year into a 4 year, $51 million contract, right? And out after 1 year where he really wouldn't have, where the Dolphins really wouldn't have much money, dead cap space from cutting him. So that is a well structured contract on the Dolphins side. But at the end of the day, it's a business. I don't know. We'll see if the move works out. I really don't have much more to say. So, yeah, let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you next time. As always, fins up.